There's something strange about the way certain people look at a tree. Where others see just wood and leaves, they see life, breathing, ancient, and sacred. When the wind passes through the branches, it feels to them like the earth itself is whispering a secret. Some people don't just visit nature, they belong to it. But why? What is it about the rustle of leaves, the endless horizon, or the smell of rain that feels like home to some of us and barely registers to others? This is the psychology of people who love nature. Let's start with something primal. For most of human history, nature wasn't a weekend escape. It was our world. Every sound meant something. A predator nearby, water flowing, food rustling in the grass. Our brains evolved inside this constant dialogue with the natural world. When we spend time in nature today, even just walking under trees, our ancient biology remembers. Our heart rate slows, our stress hormones drop, our thoughts begin to wander. It's as if a quiet, forgotten part of us finally gets to breathe again. This is known in psychology as biophilia, a term coined by the biologist Edward O. Wilson. It means the love of life, the idea that humans have an innate, genetic tendency to seek connection with living things. For some people, this connection is strong enough to shape their identity. They don't just like nature. They need it. They crave it the way others crave music or touch or love. Nature lovers tend to share certain psychological traits. They're often more reflective, able to find meaning in stillness. They're less interested in status or material gain, and more drawn to authenticity. They notice details, the curve of a leaf, the way sunlight filters through mist, the rhythm of waves against the shore. In a world obsessed with stimulation, these people seek silence. Not because they hate the world, but because they want to hear what exists beneath its noise. Psychologists have found that people who feel emotionally connected to nature often score higher on openness to experience, a trait linked to creativity, curiosity, and empathy. They see patterns in relationships where others see chaos. They sense the invisible threads that tie everything together, the soil to the tree to the bird to the sky, and somehow all of it back to themselves. There's also something deeply spiritual about loving nature, even for those who don't believe in anything supernatural. When you stand before a mountain or gaze at a night sky untouched by city light, something humbling happens. You become small, and yet more whole. The self, that endless loop of worries, desires, comparisons, begins to dissolve. For a moment, you remember that you're not separate from the world, but part of it. The same atoms that make up your body once drifted through stars. The same water in your veins has been here for billions of years. This feeling is what psychologists call awe, the sense of wonder that arises when we encounter something vast, beautiful, and beyond our comprehension. And awe is transformative. Studies show it can make us kinder, more patient, more grateful. It expands our sense of time and shrinks our ego. It reminds us that the world is not about us, and that's a relief. But there's another side to it. People who love nature often feel deep sadness for what's being lost. Forests disappearing, oceans choking, seasons shifting. To care for nature today means to live with heartbreak. Environmental psychologists call this eco-anxiety, the pain of witnessing the planet's suffering. But maybe that pain is also proof of love, because to love nature is to understand that beauty and fragility are inseparable. The fallen leaf, the dying sunset, they teach us about impermanence, about letting go. Nature doesn't cling, it transforms. And those who love it learn to do the same. In the end, perhaps loving nature isn't just a hobby or a personality trait. It's a form of remembering who we are and where we came from. It's the mind returning to its original rhythm, the body syncing once again with the heartbeat of the earth. Maybe that's why a walk in the woods can feel like therapy, why waves can calm your thoughts, why a sunrise can move you to tears for no reason at all. Because somewhere deep within you already know you are not just in nature, you are nature. And when you finally remember that, the world, for a moment, feels whole again.